The Congress being very open about the strategy, but then I spoke to Yogendra Yadav this evening, and we'll play that interview out at 9:30, Yashwant, and he said, why would the Congress take our help to dig its own grave? Is it the case that the Congress knows it is on the way out and therefore is now formulating a strategy which will keep Modi away?
Well, one thing is very clear. The Congress might be forming a strategy or not, and certainly we can never say that the Aam Aadmi Party leaders are part of this strategy by the Congress. But one thing is very clear, that whatever and whichever way they grow up, if they don't cross a threshold, they will end up just splitting the opposition vote. And this we had mentioned, Rahul, even in our Delhi analysis. And when we were tracking the Aam Aadmi Party vote, we said that anything less than 20, they would be only splitting the vote. The moment they started crossing 25% votes in Delhi, I said that now they have this threshold.
In fact, I'll ask our producers to pull that graphic up on the screen where Yashwant Deshmukh analyzes what the impact of the Aam Aadmi Party's presence will be nationally. Your estimation is if they get up to 5% of the national vote, they'll damage the BJP on 50 seats. If they get 10% of the national votes, they'll damage the BJP on 100 seats. If they get 15% of the national vote, which is massive, only then would those votes start converting into seats. Till then, they're only marring Modi's fortunes. Is that your assessment?
That's right. And it's almost as similar one which we did in the in Delhi exercise as well, when we were saying that below 20% they would be only hitting the BJP, but post 25% vote share in Delhi they would be really converting that into the seats, and that is what happened in 29-30% when they clicked that kind of vote share. They actually won 28 seats. But as far as the Lok Sabha election is concerned, up to 15%, I don't think that they are going to make big time number of seats, but they would certainly eat up the anti-incumbent, anti-Congress votes.
But Sudhanshu Trivedi, Manishankar Iyer says anything that helps us keep the Modi juggernaut at play, stops the juggernaut, is good for us. But the BJP, and you especially did a press conference where you alleged that this is a conspiracy. Now, why would the Congress take the help of the Aam Aadmi Party to dig their own grave? They could possibly be creating a Frankenstein which would later come back to bite them. So what is the proof that you have for the conspiracy theory that you insinuate?
Actually, what Mr. Manishankar Iyer is saying and what some other senior Congress leaders have said yesterday, it is having one indication that the Congress has accepted defeat. After this result of 4 assembly elections in which they were virtually decimated in all the states, so they have drawn a conclusion, now they are out of race. So whatever Mr. Iyer is saying is obvious and ample clear. Their game plan is just to keep BJP out of power as far as possible. And now I will come to what Aam Aadmi Party and Congress alliance is concerned. It is a natural alliance in my opinion. Except on the issue of corruption, in which the Aam Aadmi Party has dubbed Congress as one of the most corrupt parties. I am not using my word, it is their word, chor and beiman. But still they are getting support of them. But on any other issue, if you see, their tones are almost similar. Whether it is the issue of the Kashmir, on the issue of Batala House encounter, the tone of Digvijay Singh and Aam Aadmi Party is same. On the issue of communal rights, Mr. Tawqir Raza was with Congress party in 2009 Lok Sabha elections, and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal sought his support in this recently concluded Delhi elections. On the issue of Naxals, they are same. So in my opinion, on the issues of national concern, if you take 10 issues, out of those 10 issues, on 8 issues, the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress will be having the similar overturn.
Rahul Mehra, so I can understand the Congress's desperation after the December 8 results, which shows very clearly that the party is in a bad state nationally. And if this is what happened in the assembly elections, the general elections could be much worse. But why is the Congress, why is the Aam Aadmi Party allowing the Congress to do this? Why are you now part of this alliance to try and keep Modi at bay? I thought you said that the BJP and the Congress are equally crooked. Now you've tied up with the party you've been calling corrupt all this while and are in the same bed with it.
Rahul, first of all, I think there are a lot of assumptions in your question and in the various issues that you've raised. Number one, the first assumption is that you are actually assuming that Congress is that foolish that they will, make us grow that big that they are completely, they lose their very ethos and their very existence in India. Because if they are planning to do that, the worst affected party will be the Congress party, and the second worst affected party will be the BJP.
Rahul, we're on facts
that's
here.
The question
stepping away from the rhetoric, we're on facts. We've pulled out, and I'll do so once again, the data from Maharashtra.
I will give you figures.
The data from Maharashtra shows the manner in which Vilasrao Deshmukh, the then Chief Minister, gave Raj Thackeray a long rope. Despite him making highly provocative statements, he wasn't arrested. He was allowed to do what he wants. Miscreants from the MNS went and ransacked several shops. They beat up North Indian taxi drivers. All that built up Raj Thackeray and helped the Congress ensure that the Marathi vote, which might have otherwise gone to the BJP Shiv Sena, would get split. It's the same game they are playing. So let's just answer this purely on facts, sir.
I am sorry. I'm sorry, it's not the same game, because you're missing the most important aspect. Pre-poll, they were doing all these things. You saw what happened prior to the poll in Delhi. And we are not an alliance partner of Congress by any means.
Neither was Raj Thackeray.
BJP, which for
Neither was Raj Thackeray.
Raj Thackeray,
excuse me, now allow me to make my point. I'm sorry, I haven't finished my point. Kindly, I request you, Rahul. I haven't finished my point. Allow me to finish my point.
Please do.
I wasn't interrupting the other people. Kindly have some patience. What I'm saying is that we are not anybody's A or B team, which is what Congress and BJP have been continuing, and they shall continue. That is their game. As far as we are concerned, there is no barbarian. As far as we are concerned, we don't see that in BJP, neither do we see that in Congress. We see only one barbaric act in India, which is corruption and people who are corrupt. And you will see very soon in Delhi that how the people and the discourse that you are giving right now, that we have allied, we are a minority government. They have thrusted their support on us. We didn't go begging for it or asking for it. Now, once we have come in, and it was the same BJP leaders who were actually challenging us and telling us, why is it that you're running away and shirking away from your responsibility?